So I had an issue with these lights. Some of them burnt out. I had to replace some strips already. This one, I replaced these strips that aren't lit up. I don't know what's going on. I gotta really take this one all apart and redo it. So what happened was, this is a mess over here because I'm working on wiring in a pump for our rain barrels, but the problem was, although these are 12 volt LED strip lights hooked up to a 12 volt solar system, 12 volt battery here, I realized that the battery gets higher than 12 volts when it's fully charged. It gets up to like 14 volts. And LEDs will take all the power that's available and just burn themselves out. So there's just too much power for them. And for a while it worked fine because these only stay on for 30 seconds or so. But the ones that burnt out are the ones that they're in areas where I am mostly, and they stay on a lot longer. And there's just times when, like during the afternoon when we have full sun and the batteries are fully charged, the lights were just getting too much power to them. So the way I fixed it was I got this DC-DC converter. So it's 12 volts in. It can handle up to 15 volts, and then it can put out between 8 to 17 volts, and that can be adjusted with this screw. There's a screw in that hole, and you turn it, and the way I adjusted it was I hooked my meter up, and I put the leads, the ends, hooked them up right to the screws there. So on the output screws, you just put the negative and the positive, you touch the metal ends to the screws, and then adjust the voltage with the screw underneath there. The screw is in this hole. So I just set it to 11.9 volts to be safe. So now I haven't had any problems since then. They don't get hot or anything. They were getting really hot before when they were getting too much voltage. So yeah, this basically just controls the voltage. No matter how many volts are going in, it's only going to put out 12 volts. As long as it's not exceeding the 15 volts, which that won't happen with this system. So yeah, that's how I was able to fix my lighting issue. So the problem is solved, but the damage was already done on some of these lights. You can see this one, the one in the middle is like yellow, and there's some lights here that are barely lit. They're just burnt out basically. So just gotta replace some of the strips and we'll be back in action.